This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
Some men just want to watch the world burn. Oh, name drop. Okay.
That's right. You remember that classic line from The Dark Knight. Anyway, welcome back to Comic Caper. Or, not Comic Capers. See, don't be talking about Comic Capers. Welcome back to Before the Bad, the Gotham podcast. There you go, Rob. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Queen of the Armadillos.
Hey, y'all. Little Hellfire.
And OG host of Before the Bad.
It's Tyler.
What's up, Skipper?
Where's your quarantine beard, Phil?
Why is every other man we know like growing those Corona catchers? Hey, I turned you even older yesterday. Trying to keep the baby face.
Yeah, but he's on that reverse now. When you get to that certain age where then you're like, you want to start looking younger, so you start shaving everything, keeping the hair shorter.
No, you know the old saying.
Phil makes it look so easy.
All right, so we're back for more Knightfall. What, part 5 already? From Batman, since we have no new comics again. Batman.
Well, and that's why we do these. We saw it coming a mile away, Philip. We were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, all you late night hosts and Howard Stern and the rest of you doing your shows from your basements and your game rooms. Hey, we've been here for years doing this. And we do it better.
Knightfall is also just a really good story to kind of like break down and review, because it's one of those stories that people have cherry picked from for other stories and other mediums. That getting back to like the significance of how much that story was, and just kind of, you know, where DC Comics were at the time. Like, you know, Knightfall happened during, you know, the death of Superman and all that. So, you know, that's big changes for both the main characters of DC Comics.
And plus next episode, for our big 150th episode, we'll be taking a Knightfall break for one episode to cover a big one, but hey, stay tuned for that. Gonna wait till the end. All right, so yeah, but tonight we're covering
the tension is contagious. Nobody tell Rob.
Anyway, we're talking Batman 494 from June 1993.
It's also just really not fun to like revisit comics of this era of the 90s and even the 2000s. It's just fun to just kind of reread and see what was going on with them at the time.
You're so wise, Tyler.
I will never forgive Death of Superman and what it did to the comic book industry. Never.
I'm tired of knowing everything.
I understand that, Lilith. I understand.
I know.
But I do like that this has Tim Drake in it. You know,
yes.
and the thing that I laugh about with Tim Drake,
love the Drake,
and it's just the fact that his Robin suit is a brilliant redesign, but it took how long for someone to think about redoing Robin's costume? You know, they're like, guys, maybe it's the 90s. Maybe we should I don't know, man.
Well,
redo Robin?
I think
yeah, it was the 90s. People weren't redoing costumes. I think that was really what it boiled down to. That was just kind of the trend.
And I think they made a big long list of like stuff that they got wrong with Jason, and they're like, okay, how can we show that Tim's not trying to replace Dick, and you know, he's his own person.
Just like we were talking beforehand, Phil, just about like how they were like, we're going to get rid of Dick Grayson and make him Nightwing. Cool. We need a Robin. Let's just do the same thing, but call him Jason Todd.
Yes.
And give him different color hair, but then he dyes it.
Circus.
All right.
Circus acrobat. The Flying Toads. Yeah, I know.
So, you know, they were just like, yeah, he's just the same thing. But now he's Jason.
Yes. All right.
But
But yes, Batman 494. I love these. I love the ads. Anyone else remember these ads from the comics? Gives you like the.
I love old ads. That's one of the most fun. Like, I miss this comic shop near me used to do twice a year. They would do what's called like the quarter sale.
Mm-hmm.
They would bring out like basically there's comics from all ages, but a lot of it was 90s books. They were just a quarter a piece, and it was awesome to just find books from the 80s, 90s, and then just flip through them and see those ads like Nintendo, like Game Genie.
Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, Game Genie. I remember that. I had that. But no.
They're original modern nerds. Yeah.
But no, I think we were talking on Quantum Zone Tuesday night. I've seen online a couple comic book stores doing this, so you might be able to find one, if not near you, online. Like, there's some stores that are doing if they have like different tier of boxes, like long box. I don't know if they're long boxes, but like there's different tier of boxes, and they'll send you just like random comics. Like, the bottom tier is like, the $1 and $2 books, but the more you spend, like the higher end books you'll get. But it's just like a random assortment.
eBay's been doing for years. Good for them to catch up.
Hey, I guess that's the only thing some of these people can do. So, especially with Diamond shut down. Thank you, Diamond Monopoly.
It's comic book industry's been walking a tightrope for a very long time without a net, and now it's just kind of here naked for the world to see, and it's interesting to see what may or may not happen.
Well, I think they did. They thought, we print paper
They're
for
investing in the digital platforms more, just flat out.
They thought the paper was going to last longer, which, I mean, it kind of is, but it's, something like this happens. So.
Yeah. We won't go into all that here. This is about Batman.
Yes, I was going to say, we talked about...
Your favorite plot devices here, at least, Philip.
Which one?
Doctor! Paige and the Doctor!
Oh, yes, Sandra, yes. Your favorite.
Some say Ken solving, I say plot device, but, tomato.
You say Sandra. So yes, remember this picks up where Detective Comics left off. Tim drowning in the sewer.
Yeah, I will say that was one thing when I was younger I always hated about when they would jump
from book to book.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't mind if it crosses over or ties in, but when like you're reading a story and you can't just go straight down like the line of like you're reading Batman. But
there's
you're reading
no
an issue.
yellow panels.
There's no triangle numbers, you Superman fans.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big help, just because like this is a perfect example. You're reading a book and then the next issue, you're like, wait, what happened here? And you're like, go see this detective issue or Batman issue. And you're like, I gotta jump back and forth to get the full story. I don't know. I like it better when it's like you have like the streamlined story, but then you have the other books that go with it that thickens the story.
Yeah. So yeah, Tim's trying to hold his breath while getting swept out
in the sewer.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, he's in the sewer. He's not in water. Like
no,
he's in sewer water, which we know is disgusting, and he's probably, covered in bacteria. Trying not to
throw up at the same time. Hope they got some bat sanitizer for that.
Mm-hmm. Too bad he didn't have his handy dandy bat scuba gear on.
So yeah, between his staff and his line with the little R on it, he pulls himself out of the water.
Bat rope.
As Croc and Bane are swept out.
But on to the real story, see? Because Cornelius Stirk is here, people.
Yep, cooking up some hearts.
As you do, man. Plenty of iron.
It's interesting, like, when I go back and read stuff, how many characters are in, like, the Batman books that are actually just, like, pretty freaking disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, eats hearts, or, like, I reread, like I was saying about, I was rereading the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run, and, like, the Flamingo, the Eater of Faces.
Or Professor Pig.
Yeah, just Professor Pig in general, like...
Just like, it's like graft and mask the people's faces and stuff.
I'm just like, man, like, it just gets dark and, like, sick.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. It's like, Batman can't have like too many superpowered adversaries. So, if they can't have superpowers, they got, how do we challenge the Batman? Oh, psychos and murderers and cannibals.
Well, Batman's also born out of pulp and, an affinity for all things gothic at the same time too. And I like that they kind of acknowledge that. So.
I mean, I agree.
Plus, when your hero's a little dark, I mean, how dark do your villains have to go?
True. Unless you're Batman 66.
Cornelius Stirk eating people. Avatars. I'd like to have a word with you.
Not Phil. Not.
Hey, that is like that is a nod to like those conspiracy theories about the lizard people who love adrenalized blood and stuff too. I was just like, okay, I see you. You're a little bit of a conspiracy nut. It's fine. We all are somewhere deep down. It's fine.
I know. All right. Go ahead, Tyler.
Not Phil.
Who is it?
Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Kerr.
Dr. Joe Kerr. Because remember, he's insane. He's really in the asylum.
What do you want? A partner.
I just like all these panels of Bruce Wayne just looking. They do a really good job of just making him look exhausted. And
he should be. This is like the most realistic thing they ever did, to be honest.
In that rich man's purple robe.
Yeah, I mean, just making Batman just completely and utterly worn down.
I just love how he's just like, oh, I'm so tired. And then Alfred runs in. Tim's back. Oh, he's like, oh, gotta go.
Hey, Phil, I got a question for you. I was thinking about this as I was reading this. Have they ever done a Batman run or anything where Gordon was mayor?
Gordon was mayor. I don't think so.
I just feel like that's a story that
wait. He ran for mayor, but he didn't become mayor.
See, I didn't think there was one with him as mayor. I don't know. I just feel like that's somewhere like that his character could go.
Yeah, not too long after, it was in the 90s, I think. Yeah, he did run for mayor, but yeah, he didn't win.
Gordon looks just as worn down in this as Bruce does.
When Harvey Bullock's the best looking one, out of the bunch, that's well rested and well fed, there's a problem.
I also just really like how basically the bat suit is just cloth. In some of these older Batman comics and stuff,
I kind of miss that.
I like when he's smart and it's like a suit that has reinforced Kevlar and it makes sense if you're going to go
and gunmetal.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have to be look like a freaking cyborg in a suit of armor, but the idea of just having it not be cotton.
But it's I was just reading an old Captain America a couple days ago, and it's he even says to someone, he's I know the costume looks just like cloth, but it was like a light chainmail. I mean,
that'd be cool, but there's things in here that just it's Batman's just putting on his shirt, but there's no acknowledgement to it, and I'm just kind of that's where they get the whole you're going out in tights kind of thing, let me put on my cotton shirt with my cotton pants.
But it's if I'm going to be swinging...
Was it too soon for nanites? Was it too soon for nanites?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's
because even nowadays we're nanites, really?
But again, it's I know people are oh, it's not realistic if it's not body armor. But it's if I'm going to be swinging off roofs and doing midair flips and stuff, I don't want 50 pounds of Kevlar body armor.
Yeah, that trend of those basically glorified neighborhood watch people that would dress up as superheroes.
Yeah,
they had motorcycle leather and stuff like that, what they kind of went for in the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. That I like. Yeah. I see him. Hashtag judge me.
Phoenix Jones.
It just, that makes a little bit more sense.
Alan Farrell.
But I'm just saying, it's just one of those things you notice when you read older comics.
Yes. Oh, but
we were sweet and innocent back then, Tyler. We didn't care. We just wanted the dam and the pow. That's all.
Well, Tyler was innocent back then. Anyway. But
yeah.
Lilith, once again, why is Sandra thinking about Bruce other than if he's becoming
Because she
more...
got a thing for her patient. She was the original Harley Quinn. I don't know.
No, you want to argue the original Harley Quinn? How about we just talk about the Flash TV series from the 90s?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hadn't watched that in years, and then when I did, I was like, wait a minute. This is straight up Harley Quinn.
All them Mark Hamill characters makes the women go batty, man.
Hey, he's got that Gordon from Gotham problem, you know.
Jeez.
Once you go,
He makes the women.
once you go Hamill, you go ham, you know.
Oh hell! But yeah, then you get the mayor threatening Gordon.
Mayor Krol.
Krol was so cruel.
Get out.
That's what I'm saying. Gordon just looks worn down, you know. And I like that this is something you don't see as much, I think, in a lot of comics nowadays. That if you look at this page with Gordon, you have 1, 2, 4 panels that's Gordon, and then it overlaps into the transition of the next part. Usually your transitions happen like on the next page, but it's just kind of neat to see.
Seriously, if this was like a modern comic, like, you know, I won't mention any names, but like those 4 panels would be like half an issue.
Spend this.
Gotta write for the trades, homie. Gotta write for the trades.
I know.
The Gordon getting yelled by the mayor would be like half a book.
But again,
and then Bruce talking to his doctor would be the other half. And then they'd be like, tune in next time.
But again, it's like, you know, writing for the trades, but it's like, how many parts was Knightfall? And it didn't seem like he wasted any time, you know.
Well, we did have all those prequels, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
To be fair. But can I just talk about hypnotic illusion? Really? That's what we're going for? And the Joker's actually patiently working with someone? This doesn't feel right.
But I'm thinking more like cannon fodder.
Yeah, I know. It just didn't feel right, though.
You know.
And then Scarecrow pops out of nowhere, and you're just like, all right. It's a circus. It's fine.
I think in a more chaotic way, the Joker's pulling out of the Bane playbook, and he's like, hey, let's throw some people at Batty and tire him out before I, pop my head up completely.
He's all pouting, though, because he's like, I wanted to kill Gordon, not kidnap him. Yeah.
And a carefully constructed plan. Oh my lord, but how many times are we going to get Bruce and Tim arguing over, what's Bane's master plan? Maybe there is no master plan. There has to be a master plan.
The master plan is to wear you out.
Every issue.
The last front line of Gotham. Where are your detective skills? That should be the last thing to go.
I know. But it's just like every issue of this, it's just like, oh, maybe Bane has a master plan.
What are they doing to prop up Tim or like what? Like, I have no idea about this whole argument thing.
You think darkness is your ally?
Take your drink, future Lilith Hellfire.
Thank you.
Oh,
we do get a little Sarah Essen in this issue too.
Yes.
She's yelling at Batman, and I'm just like, who do you think you are? Do you think Swamp Thing's main thing? Because only Swamp Thing's main thing can get away with just yelling at the other protagonists.
Can I point out the huge art jump from page 7 to page 8? Like how all of a sudden Alfred's face looks awkward and Tim's hairstyle looks like he's being drawn from the 90s Crow.
Maybe we're getting a blurry vision from Bruce's mind.
I don't know. They only have one penciler, one inker, and one colorist.
Yeah, maybe it's intentional.
It just looks weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just looks weird. And then, I'll tell you what. One thing I've never been a fan of is showing Bane without his mask.
Yes!
With the things in it, the studs in his back of his head.
Well, he just looks like a stooge. I think he works better from, like, a Darth Vader kind of thing where, like, you would tease, like, the back of his head for the venom. Maybe he's in a fight and, like, his mask gets ripped and you see his eye or part of his mouth, but you never see him without his mask.
Never go full frontal.
Exactly.
Thank you, Lilith.
I know we got a really different Batmobile in this one. Like, the Batmobile looks completely, like, weird.
That's the 90s. That's the 90s Batmobile, son. Well,
That's the family. That's the family mobile.
That's one of my favorites.
That thing looks like a shuttle. They should be on a monorail.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a family mobile.
I love that Scarecrow's in this one, though.
Yeah.
I just have, like, and he's just, like, fear. Like, Scarecrow's so creepy. I love it.
He's so singular minded too. Like that's always his plan. We'll terrorize them with fear. Like, didn't it not work the last time? Maybe you want to switch it up. I don't know.
Well, like remember in the animated series that one episode he switched up where he made people not afraid. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was very tongue in cheek. Like, yeah, we're not. You know, because what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Well, every last one of his villains are absolutely insane by that definition. Go to another city. Just move. Pack up and leave. Am I supposed to get my medicine soon? Just saying.
Oh, and then you know how we were saying Bane is just addicted to TV?
He is. You know, the poor thing grew up in really hard circumstances and, you know, TV, man, it's an escape. I get it.
Bane has in the one panel in page 9, it looks like it could be the back of Guy Gardner's head.
If only.
That's all we'll say about that.
If only Batman could take him out with one punch.
Well, you know, Green Lanterns aren't allowed in Gotham without Batman's explicit permission. So there's that.
Well, when it's Guy Gardner, I understand that completely. But yeah, one punch. Waha.
I even just love the stubble on Batman's face.
Because he's tired, man.
Doesn't have tired to shave. Like, that's like the biggest, like, how do we show a passage of time and somebody doesn't care anymore? Give them facial hair. Unkept facial hair.
Can we zoom in?
Bring that camera closer, Patrick.
Hey, I'm keeping this nice. Trimmed it up.
Keeping it tight.
Yeah.
You think darkness is your ally?
Nope. Nope. I was thinking about that today. Like, ever since that movie, how much that movie affected Bane to where now, like, every Bane voice has to have some sort of, like, reminiscent of that.
Unless you're Teen Titans and you go with the Latino interpretation. Which is my favorite interpretation.
Teen Titans Go?
Not Teen Titans Go!
Well, I mean, that means Teen Titans. Yeah, but Teen...
Or Grapes, apparently.
Or Young Justice.
Young Justice is good. But Teen Titans...
Yeah, but Teen Titans was before The Dark Knight Rises.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like the Harley Quinn one. My name is not Brian, it is Bane.
But even then, it's still based off that same kind of voice. Yeah, Solomon saw the cartoon advertisement for Harley Quinn. He's like, I want to watch that. I'm like, no. But why?
You have a lot of editing to do, Tyler. I was going to do that.
He goes, is there blood in it, Daddy? I'm like, yes. He's like, oh. I was like, and lots of bad language. He goes, okay. I'm like, no. He's like, but King Shark looks funny, Daddy. And Clayface looks funny. No. He's like, why are they made just for adults? I don't know.
Because we have the money?
Daddy, Daddy, what did Dr. Psycho say?
He'd be like, he sounds like my Aunt TT.
Oh, he has one of those foul-mouthed aunties also, huh? Yeah.
She ain't watching.
Should say Luke has one or two of those, yes.
She'll be like, I'll be getting a text here soon. What you saying about me, boy?
See you next Thursday.
And then, so, I do like just the Jean Paul Valley, just like working out. I was like, I'll be ready, Robin. Just like lifting weights. He just looks like
Eddie Brock, you know?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. Like, he's sweating hardcore, just pumping iron. Like, I'll be ready. And then there's
okay, last old man. Okay, did they have they ever said that skull the Scarecrow carries? Is that like a squishy ball? Is he like squishing fear gas out of there? Like, The stress ball?
Is that his stress ball?
Exactly!
I mean, it makes sense.
Because look at the sound effect, like skish.
I like the
How
sound
funny would
effect
that
of
be
the
if it like squeaked like a dog toy when he like made people like deathly afraid?
I mean, it'd be hilarious. I like how he just breaks the pull cue.
Yeah, they should have kept the bar consistent. I don't like that we're jumping from bar to bar. The first bar was my favorite bar, Philip.
Yeah.
Was that like Sharkies or this is like the eighth ball?
It kind of got a little confusing just the way like it moved this issue, because like this issue very much feels like it's part. You know, like some issues can feel like you read something and it's part of a larger story, but it stands on its own as an issue. This definitely just feels like you're in and out, and you're just like, it's not a one in like any way. Like you're like,
yeah.
Every thread in this carries over.
Well, like,
so nothing feels like it ends. It's just a next part of something.
Well, yeah, like after the big Arkham breakout, every other issue so far has only been one or two villains. Now it's really hitting the fan.
This guy is just creepy as can be.
Like, who historical figures? What kind of weirdo are you? Like, honestly.
Yeah, I love how you're trying to keep a low profile, and it's like, really, Abraham Lincoln? But yeah, because Batman tracks down Cornelius Stirk's apartment, but he's not there. But because he's going for Gordon. Oh, my Jim.
Wait, like, thanks for letting us know about leaving the notebook open.
Yes, I mean, he's crazy, Lilith. You expect logic from a madman?
Sometimes.
I know. But again, he's not even like A-list like Joker,
Not even close.
No.
And we never saw him again.
Did we see Stirk again? I'm trying to remember. I mean, there's a couple villains in this period where like they showed up a couple times and they kind of like faded away. It was like Stirk.
Dude.
What?
No, Zero Howard. Then they got New 52.
Yeah, Cornelius Stirk. Corrosive man. Poor man's Dr. Phosphorus.
And worst of all,
what, the corrosive man?
Yeah.
So yeah, Stirk attacks Gordon, hypnotically disguised as Batman.
Oh, Infinite
The first time I read this, it took me a minute to realize like he didn't reveal himself. Like it was just like we, the reader, were seeing him for who he really is. Because then when Essen shows up and she's yelling, and even Gordon hadn't realized that it wasn't Batman yet.
I mean, I know he was under hypnotic spell, but shouldn't Gordon have realized that couldn't be Batman trying to kill him?
Yeah, but I don't know. He just looks crazy. I feel like sometimes Batman and Gordon's relationship is just a tightrope.
Oh yeah.
But then just Joker watching from the other rooftop. No, you idiot.
Meanwhile, at Mayor Krol's mansion.
I love it. I love how the fear gas looks like Joker, and then it looks like Scarecrow with his squishy ball.
Yes, because I love how the Scarecrow's like, what, you trying to team up with that D-lister? It's like,
I love how it's spiders, snakes, bad sushi, and then it's skulls with snakes coming out of them. Like that's kind of a unrealistic fear, like everyone's like, what are you really afraid of? I'm like, I don't know. Like there's things that might.
That's by snakes, they ate everything.
Like there's things I'm afraid of, and like a crazy like it would never happen. Like I mean, being locked in a cage with a lion, yeah, that would suck, and I'd be afraid of that. But I'm not like concerned on a daily basis that's going to happen.
Those are those fancy rich man fears. I know it's like those people that are like scared of sharks. It's like, well, don't go in the ocean, dummy.
Yeah, it's like what Dimitri Martin said. I'm only afraid of a shark in a water situation. Exactly. If I saw one walking on land, I'd be like, whatever. But yeah, like the mayor goes crazy. And it ends with ha 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 ha's over. And it's like continued in Detective 661. City on fire. And then the next issue of Batman, Strange Bedfellows.
Wow, wow.
I was going to say, who's that, Sandra? But yeah, I love the Scarecrow. I'm offended, Joker, by the fact he went to a rank amateur in the realm of fear when the master was ready if only available. Not too high on himself or anything.
The Scarecrow is definitely a fun villain.
I would have been like, Joker should have been like, the master of fear? You really think Batman would team up with me?
Burn! I would have loved it.
Burn.
Burn. Burn.
And like you were saying, Essen yelling in that same damn coat, yelling at Batman.
Look, he's a police officer in Gotham. She don't got a fancy wardrobe.
That's true. She's not a fancy woe man.
This isn't the Gordon from Gotham, the TV show where he comes from money, damn it.
That was Barbara that came from money.
He came from a well-to-do family too, though.
And Lilith, I'm sorry, we did not get any bazookas this time.
The big bazooka.
Freaking Ray.
They big units.
But yeah, like Knightfall's been a fun read.
Yes.
Just to see how it all plays out, and then knowing where it ends up. And
Here's my problem with Knightfall, though. It's like Bane doesn't back up to the OG Batman Rogues Gallery. Period. Flat out.
Well, that was their whole '90s thing. It's like, it wasn't Lex who killed Superman; it was the new guy. It wasn't the Joker or anybody who took out Batman. It was the new guy.
It's unrealistic.
I think it works for Bane.
For Superman, it's true. Like that works. I get that. But for Batman, it's like, no.
It does if you look at it like Bane just sat back and put the pieces into motion, and he watched, and then he just struck when Batman was weakest. He just basically wore him out using everybody else, and then just attacked when he was weak.
And I get it.
So
and he's the new guy.
Which is lazy.
Yeah, but
it's smart, but it's lazy.
Yeah, but he's the new
guy.
He's the new guy. He's like, let me try something that none of these other idiots have ever thought of before.
Oh, he's like the guy that broke Jeopardy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like Bane is one of those characters too. Like, I don't like when they make him too huge and like he has multiple venom tubes. I like when it's just a little bit more
Batman Robin.
Boom. Boom. I pretty much just did his entire lines.
You were still breathing, so I assumed you were okay.
So hey, you guys want to hear? You're never going to believe this. All right, those of you who listen to the Quantum Zone and Ultimate Spider-Cast may take this for granted, but for the first time on anything Batman related, we have feedback from Ray.
What?
Sausage!
What?
He's been body snatched.
I think Lilith beat him on the head when they recorded.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, because he's had a thing about Batman. He'll bleep the mention of Batman in his Moon Knight podcast because he's sick of people comparing Moon Knight to Batman.
Yeah, just like
lazy and superficial comparison.
There's always something that'll get you.
Yeah, but
early keep talking about.
Early Moon Knight Lilith. He was a rich guy living in a mansion, and his headquarters was under the house. Come on.
You mean like Green Arrow?
I know.
Yep.
Tony Stark. Whatever.
Everybody rips off the best. I know. All right, so here we go. Everyone, for those of you DC people who may not know, this is Ray from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast, and Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. Tyler's like, yes, say that. Come on, load.
Hello, Phil, Lilith, and Tyler. This is Ray. I'm going to drop in some thoughts on Batman 494 for your episode of Knightfall. It is pretty cool. I read Knightfall ages ago, so just rereading this again, actually a lot of it I did kind of remember. But no, this was a very, very fun issue, kind of seeing Batman getting worn down. Jeez, the poor bugger. He just needs some rest, or he just needs some coffee, I think. The poor guy. Yeah. Anyway, it's fun to see all these villains. popping up, obviously the Joker and Scarecrow. I actually thought Cornelius Stirk was the Scarecrow at the beginning. I didn't realise he was another villain. But that's just me not really knowing much of
Marvel Man.
The B grade Batman Rogues Gallery. A little bit of Bane. I guess if you come into this issue just cold, a lot of it can seem a little overwhelming, but the gist of it's there. Batman's getting a little tired. He loves sashaying around in his Hugh Hefner, bed robe. Tim Drake, he's the least popular Robin, is he? He's in there as well. There's a mention of, I want to see more of this Azrael guy.
Damian Wayne would like to have a
being
word with you.
A bit kooky, a bit intense, I think. And he seems intense in this issue as well. He's just bare-chested, friggin' doing weights, glazed over, just ready for action. The guy wants to put on the cowl. Let him put on the cowl. But see Scarecrow and Joker, that was pretty cool. A little bit of Bane. No, I really enjoyed. I enjoy this. Let me see. Was this by Mensch or Dixon? By Doug Mensch, yeah.
By Mensch, yes. Moon Knight Rider.
It's funny. He
early
actually
Moon Knight
writes
Rider,
quite different in Batman for when he wrote in Moon Knight. That's DC's Moon Knight equivalent. I don't know what I'm saying.
That's
anyway,
the whole reason he sent that voicemail.
Very cool issue. Keep it up, Batman. Enjoy it. Hopefully he does round up all the villains. Hopefully he doesn't. Oh, there's a little bit of a something that he says here that kind of got me going. Ooh. He goes, but Bane is after me, and as long as I can stand, this is my business. Little does he know what is to come. Poor bats, eh? Poor bats. Well, you better learn to fly soon. Anyway, guys, I will look forward to hearing from you how all this unfolds. What are your thoughts on Tim Drake? I know you guys talked about Robins in one of the Capes and Lunatics episodes prior, but what do you think of Tim? Is he a dud? Is no Dick Grayson, or is he better than Damian Wayne? Anyway, catch you later, guys, and invasion.
What? Why is he doing old DC storylines? But yeah, no one is Dick Grayson. You're all right in that, Ray.
No, he just ruined the whole thing when he said it about Taylor.
I know. What is wrong with him?
He got a heart attack on air.
But he is right. Dick Grayson is the best.
I'm here for Dick.
And but no, Tim is the second best Robin, Ray. So get your facts straight.
I don't know, man. Damien would like to have a word with you.
Well, that's what he said. When he said least popular, I said Damien would like to have a word with you.
And Jason Todd is just laughing maniacally. Everybody forgets about me. It's fine. I like it.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
Child.
All these Robins.
It's fine having a sausage fest.
Carrie and Stephanie would like to have a word with you, Philip.
Sausage.
I can't with you boys. I just can't.
That was of his own free will. I didn't even ask him for that one.
That one was for free.
Oh, hey, Soshin, #1 Quantum Zone superfan Soshin. Tied with Ray. Hey, Soshin. Jeez.
We're talking DC. What are you doing over here?
I don't know what's going on.
So yeah.
I just like this story though. I kind of like the balance that Stirk kind of provides. So you see, you literally see the tier of villain.
It's like, oh yeah, he's like a D-list Scarecrow. Oh, thank God, the real Scarecrow.
Exactly.
And the real Scarecrow doesn't eat people. He's much more palatable.
Basically. He was a doctor once upon a time. You might not want to be a doctor in Gotham. I think it drives you insane.
What is such a fancy man?
But no, I enjoyed this issue. it's kind of not very Batman focused, ironically.
Well, yeah, again, you got all these villains running around, and we had to tie up the Tim thing, and, you know, we know where Batman's headed, so it's like, you know, it's you kind of have to slow Batman up a couple steps, because...
I mean, you know me, I love the villains. I mean, I could stay with these villains forever and not care about Batman, so, well, except for Bane. The rest of the villains I can stay with forever. Although I do like Bird, not gonna lie, Bird is my guy.
But, well, that's the, you know, the big story we're doing for next episode for our big 150. I think Batman gets overshadowed in that story, you know, well, at least in the later half by basically every other character.
It's easy to do. You know, he's kind of that singular-minded, focused kind of person. And, you know, sometimes that gets tedious, which is why I think the appeal of Batman is like, yeah, he's like peak physical human. He's the human among the gods. But at the same time, his rogues gallery's honestly #relatable.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think everyone's like every other character is like more fleshed out than Batman, I think.
It's almost like they want, like, especially now in this modern day, they want Batman to be the everyday man, but like he's a billionaire. People really can't relate to that, especially in this economy. So, you know, I think that's why they definitely made that relationship with Selina a lot more palatable, a lot more like real. Yeah, you know, they have to be something. Yeah, because he almost seemed emotionless for the longest time. It's like very much a robot for a very long time.
It's like, no, he's not a eunuch.
Honestly, I think that's why they gave him Damien too, to be honest.
True. Yeah,
to put it fallible that he forgot to use he forgot to check his drink for date rape drugs. So
Talia Cosby.
Yeah, seriously. #still bitter.
Well, that story was...
Everybody loves drugging those male billionaires for heirs, I'll tell you what.
I recognize intercourse.
But no, I mean that... I mean, that Son of the Demon story was never supposed to be canon. And then...
Nobody told them that. They were like, you know what?
Well, it was Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison's like, we're going to make everything canon.
Meanwhile, can the Invisibles get some damn love? Never mind. Sorry.
Hey, whatever ayahuasca he's smoking isn't giving him any Invisibles ideas, okay?
I got some. Call me. You can have them for scale.
Jeez. Oh, ideas. I thought you meant ayahuasca. Jeez.
Never again. #never again.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It is not fun. It was not fun.
So you tripped. Did you poop your pants?
No. Thank God.
I heard that can happen.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah,
solid story. I mean, for where it is in the timeline of the story.
Yeah, part 5. Oh, but should we lay it on them what we're doing for the big 150?
Yes! Tell them the excitement is so contagious. I can barely contain it.
Do I have to hit the Matt Kona button?
Yes.
Anyway, so yes, me, Lilith, I believe Tyler, and that man whose voice you just heard, Ray, from That's right. Not only will he comment on a Batman story, now he's going to be in the middle of one, because we're going to, I don't know where we got the idea for this, but for episode 150, we're going to do the entire Contagion storyline.
Wow. Why do you I thought we loved Ray. Why are you doing this to him? That's like you making me do the Clone Saga. Like, why, Philip? Why do you do this to your quote unquote friend?
He said he was interested in reading it.
Okay, that's fine.
And you love the Clone Saga.
I love Big Ray. He can blink 3 times if he's being held against his will, and I'll send the armadillos down to Australia real quick.
Out of the gooch.
It should be out of the pouch, because kangaroos.
Oh, okay.
The big bazooka.
Anyway, yes. What?
I said, now you're speaking my language, big bazookas. On so many levels.
Or
They big units. Gobble gobble.
Anyway, thank you, Comic Capers, at episode 76 with Lilith, Hellfire, and Ray. Which, again...
Go listen! Since you're not getting a Black Widow movie, go listen!
That's right. They talked about the first 6 issues of Black Widow series from 2014, which was I listened to it today. It was a very entertaining episode. But for me, it was kind of uncomfortable because it's kind of like, oh, hey, my friend's getting along with my sister. Oh, wait, maybe my friend's getting along a little too well with my sister.
He's married with a kid.
I know.
Tank top, so it's fine.
What?
And he didn't wear a tank top, so it was fine.
Oh, Lilith.
But on that note, I get it.
Anyway, so
and
yes.
you can get it too.
Whoa.
Some men just want to watch the world burn. Just working on my new catchphrases for 2020, that's all.
And you have your parrot Ray just parrot you. Oh wait, Soshin says, hey Phil, can I get a quick rating
Didn't
on...
we do an episode?
What?
For Picard?
Yeah. Hurts for you to try to watch it work time. Yeah, it's really good, Soshin. I really highly recommend it. And if you listen to the first part of Capes and Lunatics episode 150, Matt and I reviewed the whole season. So I don't know if you want to listen to that afterwards, but yeah, Picard's really good. If you're a fan of Star Trek, you'll definitely like it. I think
they got seasons 2 and 3. They greenlit that, right? Is that what I read?
I know they already. Oh, they greenlit season 2 like after the first or second episode. Yeah, I don't know if they say a 3, but I know definitely they gave it a second. Okay. Because here, I think Patrick Stewart already invited Whoopi Goldberg.
Or they had the outline all the way up till 3. It was something about season 3 I was reading the other day.
Maybe I would assume that. I think that's probably the highest rated thing they got over there right now.
Deep Space Nine is so worth it for the political intrigue.
I've been watching
Quark.
Quark
is the best thing. And oh my god, oh my gosh,
I've been watching some DS9 lately. Quark is good, but yeah, I get you, Soshin. I liked Voyager better than DS9. Shut up, Lilith. Oh, if you did like Voyager, Soshin, 7 and 9's in Picard. So. But yes, if you like Next Gen, you'll like Picard. It's different than like Next Gen, but it's still like is good.
I like the evolution of Picard. Like I feel like I don't know. Like it was like, why'd you waste your whole time on that damn ship when we could have been doing this?
And I love the whole thing with Riker in the last episode. You know what I'm talking about, people.
Yes, so good.
All right,
please watch it.
All right, so enough about Batman. So yes, people, go read Contagion and come back next time for the big episode 150. Like I said, there should be 4 of us. I'm sure it'll be extra long. That's what she said. Anyway, so email us.
This is not Wayne's World.
I know. But so anyway, send your thoughts. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Before the Bad on Facebook, Twitter, all the social media. Follow everything, all in one convenient place. That's Linktree. That's linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback. And remember, use the Amazon link whenever you buy anything on Amazon and help support the network, help support this show. Remember, Rob Southgate needs your money.
I get so much right.
What?
We're doing a Rob Southgate pants fundraiser.
And you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong. Mark my words.
Yes, for those of you who don't know Rob, that is Rob.
Go back and look at my history. I get so much right.
Gonna get us canceled.
Listen to those Master Doom drops.
And you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong.
Hey, he wants to come at me for Gotham.
Dude, we're gonna have to start calling him Victor.
Ah!
Not mask, homie. Nobody tell Rob.
Yeah, Chantal. Anyway, so yes, those are all the plugs. Right, love?
Phil makes it look so easy. You do, buddy. You do.
Thank you. That's all off the top of my head. All right, Lil Hellfire, where can people find you? Hopefully not eating hearts.
The only place you should be eating hearts are vampire hearts in Sims 4 during this quarantine. Just an FYI. But if you want to find me on the interwebs, I'm on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire and on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire 69. Am I supposed to get my medicine soon? Yeah, Dr. Sandra. I'm here for Dick. Grayson, that is.
Oh, weren't we all? All right, so I guess Tyler had to go, so follow Krypton Report on Twitter. His Superman podcast.
What about top 3 Superman podcasts? Super people podcasts.
So many Superman podcasts. Krypton Report, Ray's on Last Sons of Krypton with one of his many co-hosts named Connor. That must be like, I don't know, like a common name like John or something over in Australia. But seriously, co-host 2 different shows with 2 different Connors. Any other Liliths interested in podcasting? I was going to say there's only one Lilith Hellfire. And that's the way we and the authorities like it. So yes, read up on Contagion from Batman and Detective Comics, the issues of Robin, Catwoman, Azrael. Haha, I got you to read 2 issues of Azrael. Alright, everyone. Come back next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. The Batman Podcast.